On this episode, we welcome two Atlas legends. I am so excited for this. I can't build it up anymore. I want to embarrass them as much as possible. I don't. I really don't. But I'm super happy that they're here. Heather Kylen, Christy Birchler will join us today. Atlas All Access starts now.
From Kirkin at 0450.
All right.
That was super intense.
Was it? Did I build it up too much?
Wait, I think he's recording.
Yeah, like legends are over several decades. I feel like a legend.
No, that's not true at all.
I feel like
Atlas legends. I mean, we're only 6 years old. So.
fun time had by all.
Yeah.
All right.
So, Heather Kylen, Christy Birchler, I want to talk about, first of all, what are you doing in Omaha? What are you guys both doing here?
We came to stalk you.
Clearly.
I had an interview this morning.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not at a different company.
No, here.
Right.
Yeah. It was.
Did you like that?
So I decided to come in and see everybody.
I love it that you came to Omaha. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. And
I love coming up here any chance, so we just kind of packed up and said we're going to do this, and we're going to make a trip and do it together.
And you're
hang out.
tailgating on Saturday.
Well, that didn't happen until after we were already planning to come here. So
Jeremy, no? Is he at home?
he's coming on Saturday to go to the tailgate.
Sweet.
Well, he's coming on Friday
Okay.
to tailgate with
have to go
Atlas.
my daughter has a cheer competition. Yep. So going back early.
Going back tomorrow?
Saturday.
Saturday?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's fine.
Yep.
But you're here for a couple days, though, and that's what's important. So, all right, so let's go back to the very beginning. All right?
Yes.
So you first started here. How did you get introduced? Because for those of you that don't know, they're both recruiters for us, right? I mean, I think everybody knows that. But you were Heather's recruiter way in the beginning.
Yeah.
Talk about that.
We had this contract in Houston, and Heather was sort of local in Houston and took one of our contracts there. And Steve Zeitner and I flew down there and took a bunch of nurses out, and we were walking down the streets of Galveston, and she's like, I want to do what she does. And I guess about a year later it happened, right?
About a year and a half.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I wasn't even on contract with you guys when we were in Galveston.
No, that's true. They brought you along, didn't they? The girls that were working in the hospital brought you along.
We all came up. I was working at Texas Children's West Campus, which is one of our facilities, there was a couple nurses in there, and they just told me about travel nursing and how awesome it was.
And you took a contract at
And
Kylen?
actually, they said, you need to text my recruiter. It was 10 or 11 o'clock at night. I texted her, and she called me right back.
That night?
Yeah, like that night.
That's
like,
me.
That's how it happened. And and then we met up and had a good time in Galveston, just going and seeing things, and took a contract, made some really good money.
Yeah, it was tough at first because my pipeline was everybody that she knew. So
Right.
we kind of butted heads a little bit in the beginning, where I was like, my nurses are leaving me. They work with her now, So I had to go find, a whole new group of people to work with.
So
Out of Houston.
And I actually wrote that down. So your relationship, it's awesome how far your relationship has come, right? I mean, you went from recruiter and nurse to rival recruiters, right?
rival.
I mean, like
I had no idea what recruiting even was. I was just trying to figure it out and take care of all my friends. And she's like, those friends were my nurses.
Yeah.
It was interesting.
It was kind of a crazy flip.
And now it's you're almost partners, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Talk about that, like the Facebook group and how you guys work together.
Just every single day, like every job that comes through that's pediatric, we work together on the pay packages. One of us builds one, we send it to the other, and we both post about the same time, because now a lot of our nurses know each other as well. So
we really try to remain as a united front for all children's facilities, and I think Atlas has helped out a lot in that, and just going after the contracts that our nurses want.
Yeah.
Mainly, just staying abreast of what's coming out new. So it's been a huge help. I think she really helped me get off the ground as far as what she does and everything she had in place at that time. So it really helped out just get me from nurse to recruiter. And then now it just feels like we have this amazing like team style going.
I mean, there was a point where we weren't on each other's boards. You always let me be on your board, but I would be like, no, I'm not working with her.
Well, and that's that sales mentality that comes out of
I'm competing with her, and then all of a sudden I was like,
competition.
we'll be better together.
Yeah, yeah,
Right?
absolutely. And I think that was like major thing to flip for like me being with Atlas has always been like family. So I was always like, well, we're just all supposed to be like hanging out and having a good time. And then once you jumped back on board, it's just been like
Easy.
yeah, nothing but amazing.
Yeah.
So
I could definitely see why, but you're right. I mean, you guys are much stronger together than you are working against each other, for sure. Like, I can see it on a daily basis.
I mean, there would be times when my nurse would go to her and then she'd come right back to me and say, what's up with this? You know, what's up with the situation? So that was better for the whole company to work through that rather than she's not liking working with you. I'm taking this nurse from you. You know, it wasn't, we just don't like doing that. So,
Well, I think the strength that you have is that you did it every day, right? And the strength that you have is that you've done this for a very long time,
Yes.
right? And so put that together,
yeah.
it's something pretty special.
Right.
It really is. And it's kids are super important. We all have kids. I mean, obviously, we all have kids. And kids are super important to us. So the more we can do in children's hospitals,
Oh, yeah.
the better off everybody is, right?
Yeah.
I mean, because at the end of the day, it's about patient care.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes we forget about that in the day-to-day operations of everything else and flu shots and, and everything that has to happen. There's still a nurse at the end taking care of in this case, a kid.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
And that, if you just keep your eye on that, which I know you have that, you're laser focused on that, you're going to be successful.
Right.
Right.
I think that they're very unique. I think the nurses that work in there and the facilities that we work with are so much more unique than the larger, like, big trauma level facilities that feels like a grind. I think the children's hospitals are just really always in for it for their kids and their patients. And then you've got nurses that come in and do it. I think that's why we have such amazing nurses.
Yeah.
I think that's why it breeds such a good traveler, because just really
And I see nurses all the time posting, sharing stories of children like getting better or fighting through battles, and I don't see that a lot in the adult world.
No, you sometimes see it with ER, but it's always the weird ER stories, right? It's the weird stuff that happens, or or whatever, the patient that has to be restrained or whatever. But boy, the kid stories, those will tear you up. Oh my gosh,
it's unique. So I really like that we've taken on that facet, and that she showed us how to do it.
Right.
She wasn't doing it to start with.
No.
We wouldn't be here right now.
Yes, that is absolutely true. Yes.
She cornered the market way back in the day and fought for all those PICU nurses and NICU nurses.
3 years ago?
Wow.
3.5 years ago?
And
right?
now we are, look at how much it's grown.
It's grown a lot.
It really has
hasn't
grown.
Yeah.
I mean, to the point now we're talking about like a children's team here, at, and working so we can show children's hospitals as we go out that, look, we have a whole group of people that are just focused on children's hospitals.
So, right.
Yeah.
Having that
Absolutely.
experience.
Yeah.
I love it.
So, well, Christy, Heather, thank you so much. I'm so glad you're both here. This is super exciting that you're both here in town.
We're
At least
excited.
for a couple days, right?
Yeah. That's what, we're here to try to lead us down the path of the children's facilities.
Good.
So.
Awesome. So you can find their contact information. If you don't know who they are, we'll post it right here, probably right here and here maybe, or somewhere down in this section here, maybe. I don't know.
Right there.
We'll put it right here. So big sweeping arm movements like Heather. Big ones. So,
Good
all
for
right.
you.
Thank you so much. I really
Okay.
appreciate you guys being here. We'll see you next week.
Awesome.